people, this is Chanel B. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who do, thank you for coming to see yet another video. So this is another what I eat in a day, and as y'all can see, I'm starting the day off with some tofu scramble tacos. Fortunate for me, I had tofu scramble from the day before, so I just went ahead and heated that in the skillet with some corn tortillas, and now I'm gonna start by assembling my tacos. I just loaded 3 corn tortillas with the tofu scramble that I heated up on the stove, and then I'm gonna also top that off with avocado. I normally don't eat avocado, but I'm trying to make myself eat it more, and I also just topped it off with some amazing hot pico de gallo. I don't eat mild or medium or none of that. Like, we gonna like this thing hot. And that was pretty much breakfast for me. It was super easy, so simple, so delicious, and nutritious. If y'all don't eat tofu scramble, you may not be making it the right way. So if you want to see how I make it, comment below, and I can definitely make that video for you. Alright, y'all, so after eating, I did wait about 1 hour before going to the gym. And also, what you didn't see in this video is I incorporated 20 minutes of cardio on the treadmill. Typically, before I start my weight training, I do like to do cardio first, about 20 to 30 minutes. So today we are targeting glutes, and I brought that thing that's on my ankle from home so that I can do this particular workout. But this machine, if you know, does way more than that. You can change the height, and you can add on different straps to target different areas. But like I said, today we're working on glutes. Y'all, the goal for me is to get fine for the lifetime. So on this channel, you're going to start seeing way more of what I eat in the days that are healthier and just different exercises to make me get to my goal weight. I'm excited. But I also went ahead and used this today, which I don't normally use, but I'm trying to do different things to see what I can incorporate in different days' workout. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. For dinner today, I went ahead and tried out a new recipe, and it is what I'm calling Italian sausage and white bean soup. I kind of got the idea off of Pinterest because I was just looking for something that'll help me get rid of the Italian sausage that I had, and it turned out amazing. So what I did was just use every vegetable that I pretty much had in the refrigerator. So I had some white onions. I also used the rest of the carrots that I had left. And as you can see in the clip, I'm also going to be using some peppers. These were the last 2. I wish I had more, but whatever. We're working with those bell peppers. And then I'm also going to cut up some celery. After I finish chopping my vegetables, also going to cut up the Italian sausage. I used the brand by Beyond Meat, and I sauteed that up in some olive oil. I did go ahead and let that cook down. It doesn't take that long to cook this sausage. I would say about like 8 minutes in all is what it took me, if I remember correctly. But definitely just follow the instructions on the package. And if you don't use Italian sausage, or if you don't use like faux meat, you can definitely substitute this for different vegetables. I would try like something like mushrooms or something like that to get some protein in your meal. I finished putting in my butter. I'm going to add those vegetables that you saw me cut up earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and season that with about a teaspoon of salt, some ground pepper, and I used about a tablespoon in all of that. Also used about a tablespoon of garlic powder. You could use more. I'm in love with garlic, but I think I just used about a tablespoon in this recipe. I'm also going to use about a teaspoon of red pepper, maybe more. I'm just giving y'all like the gist of it. I used also a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning, and I just like made sure that I was getting the seasoning off the bottom as well, because I want to make sure all the flavors are incorporated in this. I also used about a tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon vegetable stock that I have. You can use stock if you want to. I just use Better Than Bouillon because it helps eliminate waste. Then I'm gonna put in a can of roasted tomatoes. You can use whatever kind you want. I had Rotel at home, and I was just using the things that were in my refrigerator and pantry. So I used that and put a can of that in there. Then I made sure that was sauteed up nicely. And once that's done, I'm kind of gonna like let that simmer a little bit. I would say about 5 minutes before I started adding everything else. Once that was nice and simmered, as y'all can see, it looks like a little thickness has been added to it. I'm gonna season it with a little bit more things. I used about a teaspoon of onion powder. Looks like way more than that, but it was about a teaspoon. I also went ahead and used about a tablespoon of this seasoning because I added more in later. Once that was pretty much incorporated, I added in a can of rinsed and drained white beans. Once my white beans were added, that's when I'm gonna start putting in my liquids, and I used 3 cups of water. Then I added 1 cup of oat milk. You can use whatever milk, plant milk that you have on hand, but I used oat milk. Then I let that all simmer. I want to say for about 15 minutes. And for the remaining 15 minutes, I put in my already cooked sausage, and I let that simmer down with the top on for another 15 minutes. While that was cooking down for the 15 minutes, I started to prepare my toast. Now, this is optional, of course, if you're not eating bread at the moment. You just do what you want. But I wanted some toast today, so I just cooked this. Well, I broiled this in the oven with some butter and garlic powder, and it turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. And if you're wondering, the bread that I used was from Publix, and it's the sourdough round bread. Once my soup cooked for that 15 minutes, then I started adding additional things like nutritional yeast. For my nutritional yeast, I would say in all I used about a half a cup, and pretty much mix that in there, and that's just gonna give me a more cheesier, creamier flavor for my soup. And then I'm gonna put in some protein penne pasta. I wish I had more of this, but I didn't, so I had to use another pasta with it, and I chose to use some elbow pasta. But again, you can use whatever pasta you want, bow tie, penne, whatever floats your boat. And once that finished cooking for another 8 minutes with the pasta, I went ahead and added some greens. I wish I had kale, but I just chose to use the spinach that I had on hand to give it more vegetables. I'm all about putting more vegetables into my diet now, and this is just what I chose to do. This soup, just soups in general, are pretty versatile, and you can put whatever you want in it that's just gonna nourish your body, add flavor to you. I was just using everything that I had on hand. I'm not going by any specific recipe, but luckily for me, this soup turned out amazing, and I really want y'all to try this. Or if you've tried something like this, let me know too, because soups is soups. But this one was fire. Then I went ahead and started plating it, and look at that, y'all. Once that got all together, it was just pretty much perfect. I want to say this meal took about 40 minutes, so not that long for a soup. I definitely could appreciate that. And on that note, this is the remaining video of me plating my food. Eric is not a soup person, so that's why I didn't make it as soupy as soups normally are. But if you like, you can put in more liquids, whether it be oat milk, vegetable stock, water, whatever, the choice is yours. But this is just how we did ours, and it turned out pretty great. This was a flavorful, nutritious meal. I would definitely make it again. Like I said, if y'all are interested in more videos like this, it will really help my channel if you like Or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Both of them help my channel and let me know what you guys are interested in. But I appreciate y'all watching this video. I love you, and until next time, bye.